Hey y'all, hey, it's Anne Marie and this is the Anti-HR. Let's get into something I've been seeing more and more of on social media, and honestly, it's been really weighing heavily on my mind and I feel the need to speak on it. I've talked before about how some black men are attacking black women online because it's profitable, because it gets clicks, because it drives engagement and grows their social media following and their social media platforms, and even their mainstream platforms. I'm talking podcasts, YouTube shows, and even big names like Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe are on that bandwagon. Because negativity sells, and unfortunately, tearing down black women is profitable right now. It's in vogue. But lately, I've noticed something else creeping into the conversation, and it's just as dangerous and problematic. Black women, or people posing as black women, coming into the comments to say, quote, "That's why I only date white men," unquote, or, quote, "White men treat us better," unquote. Let me stop you right there. I reject that narrative categorically and completely. And I'm going to tell you why. Let me be very clear before anybody gets into their feelings. This is not about who you choose to love. If you fall in love with someone of a different race or ethnicity, that's your business. Love who you love, go where the love is. But what I will not co-sign is the idea that somehow white men are inherently better than black men when it comes to romantic relationships. Because that narrative is not only false, it's harmful. If you look at who benefits when our community is divided, it's always the same group. The power brokers, the people already at the top, the ones who built and still benefit from the system of white supremacy. And yes, that means primarily white men. Now, I can say this from experience because, frankly, I've dated men from every racial and ethnic background you can imagine. White men, Latino men, you name it. And of course, black men. And let me tell you something that I've learned. When I dated white men or Latino men, I have never heard any of them bash the women in their community as a way to justify dating me or women who look like me. Now, a whole lot of them, and this includes white men and Latino men, and men of other ethnicities, I eventually came to realize were simply fetishizing me. And that's a whole other issue people don't like to talk about when they talk about interracial dating, especially dating white men or being the first black woman a man of another race or ethnicity has ever dated. You might not want to see it or accept it, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. But that's a conversation for another video. The point I'm making here is I've never had a single one of those men sit and bash the women of their community to justify dating me. But too many black men are getting on social media platforms and building whole entire platforms doing exactly that. If you want to date somebody outside of your race, knock yourself out. But it doesn't mean you need to be attacking your own race and your own community to justify it, because that reflects self-hatred and white proximity seeking. And it ain't cute, y'all. And it ain't cute no matter who's doing it. And I can tell you straight up, I will personally never again be in a serious or romantic relationship with a white American man. I just don't see it happening. Why? Because most of them, not all, but most, are inherently racist, whether they admit it or not. And that includes the many ones who are dating and or marrying black women. Often people in these relationships will refuse to admit their racial blind spots. And I'm not just talking about the white partner, I'm talking about the black men and black women who choose to be with these people. A lot of these people who are dating outside of their race, especially white men and white women dating outside of their race, they may like or even love the person that they're dating. Doesn't mean they love the rest of your community and the members of your community. The reality is, as a group, white people lack empathy. It's something they struggle with, not just in how they relate to black and brown people, but in how they relate to each other. If you've been with me for a while, you've heard me and my friend Tammy Triolo talk about this very subject right here on my channel. And if you're a member of my anti-HR community, you probably also participated in the conversation I had with Tammy in a live members only discussion where we talked about her book, The Empathy Gap. And in her book, she talks about what white people would need to do to even begin to learn empathy, while we as Black people focus on keeping and protecting our own. So attaching yourself to a white man is not the answer, in my opinion. It's just positioning yourself for a different set of problems, especially with white American men. And I'm not saying all of them, but I am willing to go as far as saying the vast majority of them. And I'm speaking specifically of white American men here. And let me also say this, because this is connected. One of the points I was trying to make in my other video is that there is a concerted campaign happening right now to cause division, ideological, political, and social division within the Black community. You've got diaspora wars, you've got the FBAs and the ADOS movements, you've got Black men and Black women attacking each other and creating entire social media personalities and followings around attacking each other, and making quite a bit of money from it because they're doing it so effectively. You've got organizations like Turning Point USA sending Black MAGA to HBCUs to recruit our young people into their cult. There's a whole lot happening at the same time, and we have to engage with everything we see and hear with discernment. That's what I try to do with my platform, and that is what I try to teach. So when I ring the alarm about Black men attacking Black women, that's the reason I'm doing it. Not because I hate Black men or have any problem with the vast majority of them. Because I don't believe that the men doing these things for profit represent most Black men. But I am concerned about the amount and the volume, and I do believe that Black men who don't feel this way have a responsibility to demand accountability from the ones who do. Same goes for us as Black women. We have to hold each other accountable too. I do it right here on social media when I see it, and I'm doing it right now. And let me be clear, I'm gonna say it again. I don't hate Black men. I love Black men. My daddy is a Black man. My brother is a Black man. My cousins, many of my friends, many of them are wonderful, respectful, good Black men. And even the ones who aren't, I love them too. But I'm still not gonna fail to call out things that I see them do that I don't think are right. Because loving somebody doesn't mean ignoring their flaws. It means being honest enough to hold them accountable and caring enough to want better for all of us. I have a cousin, for example, that I love very, very much, deeply. But the last time I saw him, it was very clear to me that he had become a full-on Kevin Samuels acolyte. He was using all the silly terms like high-value man and high-value woman and such. And I promise you, I got all the way in his ass. I did it with love, but I still did it. Because sometimes love looks like correction, and sometimes correction is the highest form of love. But I'm not going to pretend that there aren't also Black men out here who are deeply anti-Black and anti-Black women. Some who have never even dated a woman who looks like me. Some who were raised by strong Black mothers but somehow grew up blaming them for the absence of their fathers. That's not accountability. That's projection. And it's a symptom of the same disease, white supremacy. And to my sisters, especially the ones commenting on my videos saying, you don't do Black men anymore or white men treat you better, please hear me with love. Go talk to a therapist. Don't try to work that out in my comments because it's just going to get you blocked. Because swapping one form of patriarchy for another doesn't free you. It just trades the devil you know for the devil you don't know. And I'm going to be honest, I've been a little disappointed by some of the commentary I've seen from Black women in response to my last video. Because I would have expected us as women, especially as Black women, who know what it means to navigate oppression, to have better discernment and critical thinking skills about this subject. Hating Black men as a group is like hating your own self. Do you hate yourself? Because if you do, as I said before, that's something you need to unpack with a therapist, with prayer, with real introspection, but not in my comment section. Because the minute we start mirroring the same hatred that's been weaponized against us, we lose sight of who we really are and what we're really fighting for. Because here's the thing, in my opinion, men are men. Most of them, regardless of color, are not nearly as progressive as they think they are. So your goal should never be to find the whitest man or the richest man. It should be to find the best human being, one who is emotionally intelligent, empathetic, kind, and capable of growth. But that's just my take. So I'm saying this very plainly. Don't come into my comments attacking black men in favor of white men. You will find no safe space or safe harbor here for that. I will delete it, I will delete you, and I will block it. And I will block you because I'm not interested in hosting another false debate designed to divide us. And for the brothers who feel offended when I call out the black men attacking black women online, if I'm not talking about you, then I'm not talking about you. But if the shoe fits, then lace them suckers up and start walking towards some accountability. So no, white men are not better. They're just more powerful in a system designed by them and for them. And too many of us are still chasing proximity to that power instead of building our own. If that makes some people uncomfortable, so be it. I'm not here for your comfort. I'm here for the truth. And the truth is, the answer to our healing is not in division or imitation. It is in community, it is in accountability, and it is in radical self-love. If this made you think, I hope you subscribe, share, and keep this conversation going. And as always, stay critical, stay grounded, and stay free. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.